Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. If you're new, make sure to look through my channel. I got over 300 tours covering all different neighborhoods in Philly. All right, guys, right now we're going to be doing the Cecil B neighborhood in North Philadelphia. It's located in North Central Philadelphia. We're at Gerard and Broad Street. Gerard is actually the border. Right now we're crossing over Gerard. We're traveling northbound down Broad Street. But Gerard Avenue happens to be one of the border lines that surround the Cecil B neighborhood. The Cecil B neighborhood is bounded by Broad Street to the east, 24th Street to the west, Gerard Avenue to the south, and Susquehanna Avenue to the north. So we're gonna make this left-hand turn on Master Street because the last 2 blocks we weren't able to make a left. We're on Broad and Master Street. It's about 6:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a gloomy day, as you guys can see. There's not much sun out today. We're turning left. We're currently on Master. We got the Freedom Theater on my left-hand side. And we got the Greater Harvest Baptist Church on my right-hand side. We're passing Carlisle Street. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. I'm gonna do my best to zigzag, y'all. Temple University owns a lot of real estate in this neighborhood, and they got large buildings in like the middle of the neighborhood, which means we might get thrown off. So forgive me if I do, mess up the little zigzag. I try to do my best in every tour to start from the edge of the map, start from the edge of the border of every neighborhood. Oh, look at the dog. What's up, doggy? Woof, woof. She looked at me. Yo, she got the craziest face. She looked mad because I said ruff, ruff. She looked angry. Yeah, guys, I'm friendly when it comes to the dogs. But yeah, so right in front of me, as I can look down the block, when I see at the top of the, oh, another doggy. What's up, doggy? I see that Temple University is actually going to be blocking our straightaway in about a block and a half. We're on the 1400 block of Carlisle Street, going over to the 1500 block. I just want to approach with caution here. We got the Temple Villas on my left-hand side, Temple Nest Apartments. There's a lot of traffic because it's a little after rush hour, so, people getting out of work. Got some California tags right here on my left-hand side. That Cadillac, the SUV, is a California resident, or he probably just moved to Philly, but I know they got California tags. All these buildings right here on my left are now leasing. They're Temple Nest Apartments for the Temple students, student housing. So if you ever come to study at Temple and you need on-campus housing or close to the campus, because the campus is like 2 blocks away, the main campus, this is, potential apartments that you can rent. You can see most of them are new buildings. We got the Masters Bar and Restaurant on my right-hand side. We're currently at the end of the 1500 block of Carlisle Street. The next block will be considered the 1600 block, but as you can see, that's closed off because of Temple University's large construction right here. I'm not sure. I think this building on my left is dorms too, the real tall one. Y'all can't see how tall it is, but it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stories tall. And on my right-hand side, we got the Amc Movie Theater, which they just made recently within the last decade, and a shopping strip where you can go shopping, get food, sneakers, T-Mobile phones, all that type of stuff. We got some people right here. Y'all missed it. The dude just shot a hoop and his homie played the court. His homie made like a basketball court with his arms and the homie shot it. Making his left-hand turn on 15th and Oxford. Past Nevada tags, past Minnesota tags, past Jersey tags, Florida tags. We got a lot of just off-campus living apartments here. Some of them are residential homes, like on my right, that one is a residential home. We're traveling 6 miles an hour, guys. Some of them are residential homes, but many of them are apartments. Like this one on my right, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for rent. PMC Property Group. We're passing Jefferson Street. see on my right hand side, those, I believe they're a private low income housing entity. Let me see, it says Congressman Robert N.C. Nix Homes. Yeah, so they're not PHA, but they're probably definitely like affordable housing because of the design. That's the reason why I say that. Now leasing 1 to 6 bedroom luxury apartments on my left hand side as low as $600. Max Food Market on my left. We're passing Master Street and we just hit a huge bump. Our vehicle's behind me. I'm traveling 10 miles per hour. We're passing Ingersoll Street. I would have loved to keep going down our original route, which would have been, what were we on? We were on Carlisle, right? It was on Carlisle Street. Let me keep on going straight. We're passing Thompson, but unfortunately, because Temple kind of threw us off. But it's cool because even if we would have went down Carlisle on that block, the next 2, 3 blocks, 4 blocks would have been Temple's property still. Passing Cabot Street, we got some Maryland tags on my right. Now leasing on my right. Plenty of apartments going up and down 15th Street. We're on Stiles Street. Driving down 15th and Stiles. New buildings on my left. Some open lots on my right and open lots on my left. Passing Flora Street. We're at Gerard Avenue, which would be the border of the Cecil B neighborhood. Ohio tags and Maryland tags. Making this right-hand turn. Those tags could belong to students also, so. These buildings on my right and on my left here on Gerard Avenue, they are very, very large row style townhomes. Now I'm talking about the original ones. I'm not talking about these new ones they just made right here on my left, the tan and the blue brick. No, I'm talking about the ones on my right. Like this one right here with the big mural on my right. That's an original building and it's awesome. Like as far as size goes, size and architecture makes it a very desirable building. We're at 16th and Gerard. We just turned down 16th Street. The thing is, most of those buildings, they're not for sale. And if they are, you're gonna need a big bag to buy it. Passing the 1500 block of Flora on my right, 1600 Flora on my left. We're passing the church. Now leasing on my left, passing Stiles Street. We got a gentleman sitting on the steps right there on my left. He looks like he could potentially be in La La Land. He was zoned out. Either he had white contacts or his eyes were ultra pale. Passing Cabot Street, Massachusetts tags, New York tags, Delaware tags, New Jersey again and again and again. We got the 2 bus stop on my right hand side. We're at 16th and Thompson. Yeah, it looked like he had contact lenses on. He was like doing like the emo move. I mean, I can't say nothing because I used to wear all types of crazy wild eye contacts when I was a youngster. Passing the 1600 block of Sabre Street. Just park right here on my left hand side. I shot a music video there. It's a really nice looking little park. And they got a nice little set of colorful homes on the left. Maybe we'll pass it later when we come back down. Illinois tags on my right. But yeah, passing 16th and Master right now. We got the Becket Gardens Apartments on my left. And on my right, the Becket Gardens Apartments. I'm traveling 15 miles per hour. I do have a vehicle behind me, so I kind of got to keep it flowing. I can't just go completely slow. We got the Friendly Church on my left-hand side. They must be friendly. The Becket Garden Apartments on my right still. The gentleman right there has what looks to be 2 beers and a skateboard. Yeah, and he just brushed his hair. I think he must have known he was on YouTube. Yeah, he got his skateboard, but why isn't he riding his skateboard? Oh, I get it. No drinking and driving. No skating under the influence. I got you, brother. All right, for sale on my right hand side. There's a building that's for sale. It has nice architecture. It's nice. This location right here is probably 8 minutes from Center City. Like this is really close to the heart of Philadelphia. These buildings on my left and my right, they're massive. Considering that they're row homes, they're like enormous. We got police on my right hand side. We're passing 16th and Oxford Street. These buildings on my left are big. The ones on my right there, it's like a mixture. Some of them are big, some of them are like the standard 3-story ones. The one on my left has an attic up top, which isn't traditionally normal for this neighborhood. We got Alliance for Progress Charter School on my left, and right here on my left is another building. We're passing 16th and Cecil B Avenue. We got the Hugh Food market on my left, now leasing on my right. This block right here is all red stone, the red bricks. It looks nice, really nice. I like the uniformity of the block. I believe some of it is college campuses, like off dorm, off dorm housing, whatever you call that stuff. And some of it's just regular apartments, because I know like regular locals live there. Passing 16th and Montgomery Avenue. We got, again, on my left, all these new buildings. There's the one old one, but the majority of the new ones are all off-campus housing. On my right, there used to be a track there, a Temple University track where you can jog. I used to jog there, but they ended up destroying it. No, they didn't destroy it, but Temple basically bulldozed it and built a building right on top of where the track is. I don't know, maybe they took the track on the inside. They probably didn't want locals jogging in it. I don't know if it was a safety issue. Passing the 1600 block of Burke's. On my right, we had a playground. On my left, we have a school. It is G.W. Carver, what's this, high school? I believe this is a high school here on my left-hand side. New York tags on my right. We're now at 16th and Norris Street. On my left-hand side, we got some more modern-looking homes compared to the ones on the right. The ones on the right are original. Then on my left, we got some more little teeny modern-looking homes. Passing Page Street, 1500 block Page on my right, 1600 on my left. Fountain Street in front of us. We got Deli E Food Market on my right. Jehovah? It said what? Jehovah Jireh. Or Jireh. Jireh. I don't know how you pronounce that. Passing 16th and Diamond Street. All right, we're passing Westmont, 1600 block of Westmont on my left, and the 1600 block of Edgeley on my left. Some new buildings on my left, a schoolyard on my right. We're passing the 1600 block of French Street. French, remember, like French fry? Bonjour, oui, oui. Make this left-hand turn on 16th and Susquehanna. We're turning left on Susquehanna Avenue. We got Sam's Mini Market on my right-hand side. Susquehanna Avenue is a border that bounds the Cecil B neighborhood. Passing Bancroft Street. The speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and we're doing 3 miles an hour. Now we're doing a whopping standstill 0. We got YOLO Cafe. I guess you only live once when you go in there. I definitely don't want to go in there. And we got all the triple OGs, the triple original gentlemen sitting outside having a sip of some scissor. No, they're probably drinking like a beer. We got cold beer on my right. We got some police on my left. We're gonna make this left on 17th and Susquehanna Avenue. We got Maxwell's Caribbean and American Takeout on my right-hand side. They sell oxtail, jerk, chicken, curry, chicken, stew, and chicken pastries, seafood, and more. They sell a whole lot of chicken. Alright, let's make this left-hand turn here on 17th Street. Passing the Susquehanna Business District. Now we're passing French Street once again. In this block, we got a mixture of original homes and some new buildings. Some of the new buildings are for sale. Some of the new buildings are just apartments. Passing Edgeley Street. We got the Fraser Enterprises typing, transcript, and all. File management on my left-hand side. We passed it. Passing Westmont, the 1600 block of Westmont. We're at 17th and Diamond Street. We got Diamond Pizza right in front of us on my right-hand side. On my left-hand side, we got Epiphany Fellowship Church. That's not your traditional church building. It had to be something else before it was Epiphany Fellowship Church. That looked like it could have been like a little school building, right? Cops. We got the cops. They were probably responding to a call. See this dude on my right? He got a book bag, and his book bag has a T for Temple University. So that tells me he's a student. He's just walking in the neighborhood. Passing Fontaine Street, we got more Temple Villas on my right and buildings for lease on my left. Now make note, Temple University is located right in the middle of the hood. We're passing Page Street. Now with that comes the risks and potential hazards of living in the hood. We're passing Norris, 17th and Norris. with that being said, that means like robberies, basic crimes, things of that nature. We're passing Arlington Street. For example, there's been times where, you know, a student be walking in the daytime and they get their phone snatched. Passing Monument Street, 1700 block. They might be texting, they might be on their phone in La La Land. Somebody will snatch it and run. Those dudes that were standing at the door, they were definitely students. So we're at 17th and Burke Street. There's, you know, been robberies reported in here. There's been, I would say, a couple grand theft autos that happen in this neighborhood. Like, people jump out and they go to get something from inside of a building and leave their car on. Somebody gets in the vehicle and skirts off. Ohio tags on my left. For the most part, I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't know. I think those people prey. You know, the predators prey on the ones who don't look like they're from the neighborhood. And it's very easy to distinguish who's who. Passing 17th and Montgomery. For the most part, it's easy. I'm not going to say it's the easiest, but for the most part, it's easy. We got a police station on my left-hand side. Sorry, I got vehicles behind me, guys. I'm traveling 15 miles per hour. Anyway, we're coming to a stop. And every building we driving by on my left says for rent, and on my right, for rent, for rent, for rent, for rent. A lot of for rent, a lot of apartments. Yeah, there's been a couple sexual assaults, but the sexual assaults that were in this neighborhood were students on students. So it's been on the news. It was most recently, like one within the last year, where during a party, there's usually a lot of frat parties around here, like fraternity parties and everything. You'll see a lot of drunk men and women here during the warm season, like walking around in groups and all of that stuff. I guess sorority and frats and however that stuff works. I was never affiliated. We just passed Cecil B more. I was never really affiliated with that stuff, so I don't really know the technicalities to it. On my left, there's a little basketball court with some youngsters out there playing. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. All in all, this neighborhood's a pretty good neighborhood. I mean, it was definitely worse back then. Definitely much more tougher area. But when gentrification came in and hit this area, and then what you call them? Temple hit this area hard, because Temple was always located on Broad Street, but they started, look at the style of the buildings on my right. Look at those, like the crown, the arches on the doorways, the arches on the windows. Look at the top of the roof compared to the ones that's on my left, right? Those are definitely the more historical buildings, and they're bigger. Like, they're huge. Like, I just looked through somebody's first floor window and the kitchen was damn near next to the dining room. So that means that that's an apartment. Passing Jefferson Street, we got J Street Food Market on my right-hand side. There's a lot of lots. There was some dumping done in that lot right there. But since Temple's right in the hood, you know, it's in North Philadelphia, Temple is bounded by several neighborhoods that are, you know, pretty tough. Temple's bounded by Chargewood. Temple is bounded by Yorktown. Temple's bounded by Glenwood. We're passing Master, 17th and Master. We got a Mother's Touch Homes on my left-hand side. Look at these classics. Woo woo! We gotta reverse, crisscross. We gotta pay homage to all these classics. I actually used some of these for a music video before. Low key, I used some of these vehicles, these vehicular devices, for a music video before. Yup. Check it out. Look at all these classics. Look at this. This is a saucy garage right here. Look at this. Wow, look at that convertible. Wow, look on my right. The Impala. Woo, Impala. Look at that pickup truck. Ah, I'm getting a classic car overload. Passing Ingersoll Street. Yeah, but oh snap, Maryland. Oh snap, Connecticut. Passing Saybert Street. Oh snap, Nevada tags on that Audi. Oh, West Virginia tags after that. That was on a Kia, West Virginia. Yo, I got all these points. Yo, I'm coming up in the game. All right. Okay, slow down, Cadillac. You was about to keep rolling. They was about to keep rolling, yo. Y'all saw that? They was about to go right over those white lines. You gotta fight for your spot in traffic nowadays. We just passed Cabot Street, and now we're passing Styles, and now we are going to be passing Flora Street right in front of us. Yeah, so we got, a couple hoods that are, surrounding the Temple University campus. Less than 3, 4, 5 months ago, in Brewery Town, which is 5 minutes away from here, that's where the Temple student got shot while he was walking his dog. It was supposed to be a robbery. Washington, D.C. on that aqua green or aqua blue, whatever you want to call it, BMW, Washington, D.C. tags. Yeah, the student was walking his little dog, and unfortunately, he was held up at gunpoint, and the guys pulled the trigger and took his life too early. And he was a student. I believe he was a grad. I might be wrong, but I think he literally just graduated. Yep. We're gonna turn down 18th Street. We're on Gerard, which is the borderline. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. Got a boot on my right-hand side. Somebody didn't pay their tickets. Yeah, the weather been really, I would say out of pocket lately, because it's the type of weather that'll get you sick. We got the Kelly Fieldhouse on my right-hand side. One heck of a building. It looks nice. Wow. Yo, did that just say church? Wow, that's one heck of a church. Yo, Church of the Jusu or yo, something university. Yo, that's a huge church. What type of funding do they got? We passed Cabot. Yo, that church was massive. We're on 18th and Thompson. Yeah, so the weather is the type of weather lately that you will go outside with a t-shirt and some shorts, or at least a t-shirt. You'll go out without a hoodie. We're passing Saybird Street, and it will be nice and warm, and you might break a sweat. We're passing Ingersoll Street, and then boom, the next day it's 35, 40 degree weather, windy. Then boom, the next day it's snowing. We're passing Kershaw Street. Then the next day, boom, it's back to being 70, 60. That's the type of weather that'll get you sick. Yep. If you have a weak immune system, you're going down for the count. We're passing Master Street. We're at the intersection of 18th and Master Street. We're now passing Harlan Street. Look at these houses on my left-hand side. I'm going to travel slowly because there's no cars behind me. This is 1 mile per hour, guys. 1 mile. These homes have a little lawn that not only goes to, in the front of the house, but it wraps around the side of the house and the back of the house. Yep. This is real close to Gerard College. We got Strawberry Mansion too, to the northwest of this neighborhood, passing 18th and Jefferson. We're traveling north right now. Behind us is south, on my left is west, on my right is east. But to my northwest in front, but to the west side, like in an angle, like, take your arm and like make an angle. Just think about it. Squint and turn your head sideways and smack the back of it. Anyway, Strawberry Mansion is like right up there too, which is another, rough area. We're passing Oxford. We're on 18th and Oxford. Y'all saw the threes, the triple threes. Apartments for rent on my right-hand side, Temple Student Housing. So look at that. Temple's on Broad Street, next to 15th Street. Remember we talked about Broad Street being in place of 14th Street? We're on 18th Street, which is anywhere from 4 to 8 blocks away, because there's a few streets in between every single number, right? And they still got apartments and stuff located a few blocks away. All these on my left now leasing. And the thing is, we're on 18th and Cecil B. Moore Avenue. The thing is, not only will Temple buy property and lease it and rent it, private investors and real estate companies will invest in this neighborhood because they know that they will get guaranteed monthly rent from the students who receive, I don't know if they get scholarships, funding, and or they work to pay their rent, or the families help them pay their rent. So if you're an investor and you buy a few lots around here, you build some you got to get it zoned correctly though, but you build some apartments, you can lease them to students, and boom, you get guaranteed income every month, you know. And if you do that, we're on Montgomery Avenue. If you do that, passing Montgomery right now, if you do that for, you know, 60, 70 years, and you want to build some generational wealth, pass it down to the next generation, and then eventually when the buildings start looking rinky-dinky, then you just sell them off for a cash price when the neighborhood inflates you even more, and boom, you done got your money worth, and you sold the building. So yeah, so a lot of these apartments aren't only from Temple University themselves, it's private investors building around here. And look at a lot of these new buildings on my left, and look on my right, there's graffiti. See, graffiti is defined as the act of vandalism, writing on a building that you don't ask for permission. You know, a lot of people call, you know, the murals graffiti and pieces and artwork and all that stuff graffiti. Although that can be defined as graffiti also, graffiti is truly the act of vandalism. And on my left, look at it. These are brand new buildings, but in between one of those brand new buildings and again, look at Crown, Carbo. On my right, the same thing. Zara, Kegs, and so on. And in between, all right, y'all can slow down. Can I slow down for the bump? They already beeped. And I'm trying to show y'all the meet. Passing Monument Street. Yeah, so in between all these houses though, on this block, the brand new ones they tagged up. Look at passing Arlington Street, look to my right. They tagged up on the new buildings. Look to my left, that's a new building. But they tagged all up on it. So yeah. We're on 18th and Norris. That's a student right here. Yep, she got a Temple University shirt on. My bad, y'all. We got vehicles behind us, and they're already impatient beeping. We're passing Page Street. I'm traveling 15 miles an hour. There's a red light in front of me, so it doesn't matter how fast I go. We're still gonna hit the red light, so I don't know if he wants to hit the red light before I hit the red light. We're passing Fontaine Street. He turned, cool. So this block had a whole lot of new houses, but all those new houses was what? Tagged up on. Now I can appreciate tags because I understand the hand styles, but some of that stuff back there was chicken scratch. Not all of it. Some of it was you know, waste of time. Passing 18th and Diamond. I've always been a firm believer, like, I'm not with, you know, defacing a new property. You know, we're passing Edgeley Street. And I'm not in for defacing old properties either. However, if it's an abandoned building with already 42 existing tags, 43 wouldn't hurt. We're passing French Street. Every time I say French, I feel like I'm saying we're passing Front Street. Because we got a Front Street here in Philly. So it almost feels like I'm saying front, but it's really French. Like French toast. Make this left on Susquehanna Avenue, which is the border. Passing Cleveland Street, and now we're passing Gratz Street. I'm gonna make this left on Gratz. Let me see. No, Gratz is gonna cut us off. Yep. I would love to make the left on Gratz, but it's gonna shoot us around the block. There was an ice cream truck out there. Passing New Superstar Chinese Store. The Chinese Store, not the Chinese store, but the Chinese Store. You know, S-T-O, Store. I can't make this left either. Jesus Louises. Alrighty then, so we just passed, what was that? That was 19th Street. We just passed 19th Street. Alright, dude, go ahead, fly by me. Go ahead. Passing Uber Street. Go ahead, fly by me too. Passing Uber. Y'all flew by me to get stuck at a red light. Come on, man, you gotta step your weight up. How you gonna sit there and fly by me, but then get stuck at a red light? Listen, you're not in that much of a rush then. If you're in a rush, you're gonna take the red light. That's what I always say. Time for Tots Learning on my left hand side, Child Care Center. We're gonna make this left on 20th Street. We got Pike Deli, Cold Beer on my right. 3-story buildings. We got some more of the nice architecturally designed buildings on my left. Yeah, these are, they're apartments, but they're nice. Like as far as the structure goes, yeah, they could be pressure washed. Yeah, they could probably use a new, you know, brick point. You know, little, you know, updating, but for the most part, they have a lot of potential. We're passing Diamond. We're on 20th and Diamond. We got 20th Street Food Market on my left-hand side. All right, dude, you about to fly by us. Yo, the dude was about to squeeze by us, but there was cars in the parking. Passing Fontaine Street. Got a couple abandoned buildings on my left. I'm doing 19 miles an hour, y'all. We're passing the 1900 block of Page Street. How coincidental, coinky-dinky, that I was passing the 1900 block doing 19 miles an hour. We're on 20th and North. I'm going to allow you to go by, buddy. You're more than welcome to go by. Let's make this dude behind us wait. We got a huge lot on my left-hand side that has not been conquered yet. That's free monopoly real estate. You better cop it, cop up, cut tuna break. You better cut me a little finder's fee. I want a whole 10 racks. Whole $10,000, cold hard cash. Nah, I'm kidding. I want more like 53,000, son. It's like, nah. Alright, we're on 20th and Burke Street. They're like 53,000. I'm better off just giving you 10 stacks, dog. Alright, on my right hand side, it looks like we got some more affordable housing. What's that called? Jackie's Garden. Yeah, neighborhood networks. Yeah, it's PHA. Oh, right below the Jackie's Garden sign, it said PHA. So I wonder, I don't know how PHA works, but I wonder, we're on Montgomery Avenue. We got Martinez Grocery on my right-hand side. I wonder, what's in a Wonder Ball? No, remember that commercial, Wonder Ball? Yo, look at these houses. Let me slow down, because I'm going too fast, and I got two cars behind me, too fast, too furious. You know, like in a rush. Oh, now you want to park up? Come on, man. They want to park up now. Come on, I'm trying to sit here and be like, you know, thoughtful and let you go by. You want to park up on the block that I want to park up on. Come on, man. Yeah, so I wonder, how does the PHA, you know, those little plazas of affordable apartments work? Like, is a private investor allowed to invest in PHA and PHA gets like a cut or something? Because that definitely did have PHA right below the name of the complex. We're on 20th and Cecil B Avenue. We got 1900 to my left and 2000 Cecil B Ave to my right. If you travel down Cecil B Ave, right here in front of us, which is this cross block that we're crossing now, you go left, you'll pass the main campus, Temple University main campus. You will also go through, we're passing Nicholas, 20th and Nicholas, and we got Pentecostal Assembly of Jesus Christ. Oh snap, Jesus Only Church on my left hand side. Just hit a bump. Passing Turner Street, and we got some more of the PHA housing on my left hand side. Yeah, so if you keep going down Cecil B Avenue, we got Oxford. You'll end up going to the North Square community, West Kensington, East Kensington, Old Kensington, and all that stuff. We're passing Redner Street. I'm sorry, I got this Dodge. It looks like a Dodge. This is a Charger. Might be a Hemi behind me. People get Dodges, then they remove the catalytic converters and straight pipe them, and then they feel like they're like the fastest muscle car in the world, and they like allow their motor to roar, like calm down, dog. You wasting all that gas to go from corner to corner. Past the 20th and Jefferson. Yeah, yo, like they be drawing. Like, okay, we know you got, man, let's make this left here so y'all can see this little PHA block. On the 1900 block of Harlan Street. This is a PHA block, guys. PHA is Philadelphia Housing Authority. So this must be a government funded project. They made a really pretty block. This is a nice looking block, isn't it? Can't you guys agree? Like, it's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I've seen worse. They got driveways, they got garages, they got lawns, they got freshly paved cements, they got, you know, little bushes that are trimmed and groomed. They got, you know, there's not aluminum siding, it's vinyl siding. They got the shingles. You know, this one on my right got the picket fence. You know, it's not a bad looking block, but it's for low income people. So if you make past a certain bracket, I don't think they allow you to live in them, and you got to be on a waiting list. Look at these houses in front of us, the same thing. Red stone. They have garages that go down. As you can see, they go down into the ground. I would say into the ground, but you know, they're lower than street level. We're facing 19th Street. We got 1400 to my right, 1500 to my left. And you can see that the style, the facade, some people say, you know, tune, the facade is the facade. Listen, I feel more professional saying facade. If you want to say facade, then you say facade. No, but I thought facade was F-A-S-O-D, and facade is F-A-C-A-D-E. I swear I have that facade talk like in the last 20 tours, but it's cool. I'm OCD like that. Yeah, so we're on 19th and Jefferson. We got City Food Market on my right-hand side. Let's go up 19th because we were just about to hit Ridge Avenue, and Ridge Avenue was gonna cut us off. We was gonna hit the back of Gerard College and all that stuff, and it was just gonna throw us off. Let's go straight down 19th, and then we'll come and we'll wrap back around. I just want to show y'all that little PHA block. As always, I try to cover as much of a neighborhood that I can within an hour. If we don't cover the whole entire neighborhood in 1 hour, guys, it's only so much time in a day, and with only an hour worth of footage, there's only so much I can cover the neighborhood. Imagine people say, why don't you walk these neighborhoods? I'll walk them, but just know that I'm really not going to be covering a lot of the neighborhood because I don't walk as fast as a vehicle. So, you know what I mean? Like, I could only walk so fast. If I would have walked this neighborhood and spent an hour doing this neighborhood, we would have probably got through. We would have probably only, we're passing, I am so sorry. I think we're past Oxford, but I'll let y'all know on the next block. Passing Turner Street now. Yeah, so if I would have walked this neighborhood, right now we're at the 35-minute mark. If I would have walked this neighborhood, we would have probably still been like way back there on like 17th Street, like 16th Street. Still walking up to Susquehanna, passing Nicholas Street. You know, yeah, you know, you can see a, you know, a nice detailed amount walking. However, we're on 19th and Cecil B. Avenue. Alliance for Progress Charter School on my right-hand side. And we got University Mini Market on my left-hand side. And we got Temple of Praise Baptist Church on my left-hand side with the number 3 SEPTA bus. But the problem is that the Philadelphia mapping project that I envisioned in my head, you know, many years ago, is supposed to like do what Google Earth does. You know, Street View. If you ever go to Google Maps, you can pull up a still image of your block, and then you can like click the arrow and buffer through your block. If you guys ever seen that Google car driving around the city with the cameras up top, you know what I mean? The one that takes pictures of everybody's block. You know how it's not in real time? Well, this isn't in real time either, but at least it's moving. It's motion picture, you know? It's, you know, like moving images. Look at this block. It looks like another PHA block. But I can't hate on these PHA blocks because they nice. Like, ever since I was a kid, I always wondered, like, why can't we get one of those houses? Like, I always like, they got shutters too. They, you know, they're for the pump fake. Like, they fake. You know, they, you know, how you got fake shutters now? They're like, dude, what you mean they fake? But they're not functional. But yeah, so I always, you know, when I was a kid, I used to admire those homes. Like, you can't blame me. I'm 32 now, about to be 33 in a good 2 months. And when I was like 10, 11, 12, and I used to drive by these PHA projects, passing 19th and Montgomery, throughout the city, I admired those homes because they looked like the little, like the storybook homes, like, you know, like the good, quote unquote, good neighborhoods. Passing Morse Street, passing Wilt Street. But if you, you know, think they're the good neighborhoods, in some cases you might be fooled. Because if you go down to like Gray's Ferry in South Philly, Gray's Ferry got blocks that look just like that. Beautiful, crispy lawns, beautiful, you know, neighborhoods. Layout is really nice, but it has a high murder rate. So it's like backwards, you know what I mean? Excuse my French, but it's like ass backwards. Passing Burke's, 19th and Burke's. Why do people say that? Excuse my French when they're about to use some type of profanity, some profound or explicit vocabulary. Why do they say that? You know, when they say like the F-bomb, they're like, excuse my French, but F you. Passing Monument Street. Yeah, so I can cover a lot more in the vehicle, but when it warms up, I will be doing some more walking too. I don't mind. I'm just trying to finish what I'm doing here with the mapping project. I'm gonna cover at least every neighborhood at least once, driving, narrated again, because I did them unnarrated, but I want to cover them all narrated. Once I get all of them narrated, then I'll just, you know, pick and choose the popular neighborhoods to like walk through. And if I do more driving tour videos, which I will, you know, because there's a lot of neighborhoods that I didn't even get through more than 50% of the neighborhood, or 60, because passing Page Street, because again, an hour isn't enough for some neighborhoods. Some neighborhoods you need 2-3 hours to drive. Passing Fontaine Street. Could you imagine if a neighborhood you need 3 hours to drive through it, right? Imagine how much you need to walk through it in order to cover it in detail. Passing the 33 bus. We're on 19th and Diamond Street. That building on my right is awesome. Built in 1835. How is that even possible? I didn't think that was the address. I said built in 1835. I was hyped. I was like, built in 1835, and then I realized we're on what's this, 19th and Diamond, which means 1900s on my left, 1800s on my right. That was probably their address, 1835 Diamond. Damn, too, you salty dog. You want a pretzel to go with that salt? We're on Susquehanna, right? Let me make this left-hand turn. We're on Susquehanna Avenue, because after Diamond is Susquehanna. We got the Faith Tabernacle Church on my right-hand side. Starting to get dark, guys. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Starting to get dark. Starting to get dark, young fellers. Some people say, too, but why you do them too early? This is why, because it get dark and then it be looking like darkness falls. Oh, what's up, Pop? Pop, you're not even watching where you walking, G. Yo, you alright, G? Yo, he was just staring straight off into like the wilderness. He was just like looking like, oh, somebody's dog is barking over there. What happened? What happened? What happened? What is it, like a dog fight? Say no to animal cruelty. What happened, yo? Was that what the dude was looking at? Yeah, because the dude was, there's two other dogs that's in the yard, and the dude who's walking, there's 3 dogs that's in that yard. And the dude that was walking by, his dog started barking. All right, so we're not going to go down 20th Street because we just went down 20th Street. I'm going to go down another block that y'all didn't see already. Passing Woodstock. We got, excuse me, who styled that hair salon? Maybe this left on Lambert Street, the 2100 block of Lambert Street. Yo, the name of that salon was, excuse me? Who styled that salon? Let me say it without the stutter. Excuse me? Who styled that salon? Yo, that's a mouthful, yo. All right, we're on a 2-story block. Wow, by the time we see a 2-story block, I feel like most of the blocks that we went through in this neighborhood were all 3-story. Some lots. It's dumping on. Oh, this little 2-story got shutters right here. Are they functional? Are they functional? No, they just screwed them in. Oh, man. And they're like baby miniature shutters. Like, those are like props. Like, those jumps were skinny. What? Yo, what's up with these skinny shutters? Like, yo, even if y'all wanted to close them, you ain't covering none. There's still a big gap, like, right in the middle of the window. Look at this church on my left. Yeah, so just imagine, yo, like, as you can see, we only went up and down. We only went up and down the main streets. We didn't go up and down the little teeny-weeny blocks. This is the first little teeny-weeny block that we went down, Lambert. Most of the streets that we went through in Carlisle, but Carlisle blocked us off right at the beginning because of Temple. So as you can see, we only went northbound, southbound. We're passing Diamond on a few of the main blocks. We didn't even get to 24th Street yet, which is the border, right? There's plenty of other little blocks that we could have went through up and down, right? And there's also west and east. We only been traveling north and south. There's west and east blocks that's probably popping and things going on and all that and stuff. But we can't see it because we ain't got enough time. So if I was walking it, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard, but it's like, I feel like I got to repeat myself every several dozen weeks. Every 12 weeks, I get the same comment, the same response. Like, it's cool. All right, on the 2000 block of Lambert Street, look right in front of us. See those houses? PHA. I'm gonna make this left on Woodstock. I shouldn't be doing this, but we're on YouTube. All right, YouTube. Can we do it? Can we do it, YouTubers? Yeah, let's make this right here on Woodstock. Boom. And look at, we got some more PHA housing on my right-hand side. It's called the 8 Diamonds Community Building. Neighborhood Networks Community Training Center. See, like, all the projects, they look like this. A lot of them, I'm not gonna call them the projects. A lot of the affordable housing looks like this. What's it look like to y'all? To me, it look nice. Like, I mean, it looks alright. I mean, it ain't the best looking, you know what I mean? It ain't a mini mansion, but it looks alright. It's clean, it's uniform, it's presentable. Passing Bethlehem of Deliverance Church on my left-hand side. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean, sir? Do you understand the conversation that is coming out of my mouth? Yeah, you know? Oh, there's a car behind me. So close that I can't even see their headlights anymore. You know they close when you can't see any of the headlights. Yeah, so we 45 minutes into the clock and we couldn't cover the whole neighborhood. Even if I drove super duper fast, y'all not gonna be able to see the whole entire neighborhood. Passing Woodstock. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go right and we're gonna go up Lambert because we was already following with the up and the. Go ahead, go. Lambert. Remember we came down Lambert, but Lambert cut. This car behind me better not try to do the same thing. I make this left right here. All right, cool. They didn't do it. Cool. All right, we got some new buildings on my right hand side. Look at, they built 2 new 3-story buildings next to that little 2-story. You see that 2-story with the cement front? You see how they just did it? And the building on the 2 on the left and the 1 on the right is brand new. And let me tell you this. You ready? So today I just looked at one of the zoning applications that they posted on one of the lots. Me being curious, Curious George, or you can say Curious Tune. So they're building a house in a neighborhood. I'm going to say, seconds away from West Kensington, right? In North Philadelphia. And ouch. And they had the zoning permit up. The permit, it was 2 permits. One permit cost $116 to get. The other permit cost $1,100, like $1,100 for the permit, right? In order to acknowledge and show that they're going to be doing work soon. The permit said 3-story residential housing zoned with a roof deck and everything, right? And it said estimated cost. You ready? Meaning estimated building cost. Now, it could be a little bit more. Estimated doesn't mean that's the fixed cost. It could be a little bit more. It could be a little bit less. But this is going to give you a ballpark idea of what it costs to make a brand new 3-story. Oh, and then it said like 3,006 square feet or something. I don't know. I think so. Yeah, like 3,006 square feet. It was like 3,000 square feet, right? It said, we're on Cecil B more. I'm gonna make this. Right. This 21st go down. The 21st gonna come up because it's gonna shoot us to diamond. Let's go right. Right. So we're on Cecil B. Moore Avenue. Yeah, it comes up. Told you. And it shoots us to the projects on we're on 21st. Yeah, to take us to like right where 23rd and Diamond and all the projects is at. But anyway. The freaking permit said it costs $160,000 estimated to build that 3-story home. So what does that tell you? We're passing King Jr. Rec Center on my left, and we got Martin Luther King Older Adult Center, and we got the YMCA, and I believe we got a library right here on my left-hand side, if I'm correct. And we got a school on my right-hand side. Oops, potholes. Martin Luther King Adult Center on my right, a Stephen Klein Wellness Center on my left. Could have swore there was a library there. Let's make this left on 22nd and Cecil B. Moore. Yeah, yo, right? So, what have I been telling y'all? I've been preaching to y'all for the last 2-3 months. I've been telling y'all what it costs to build these homes. I've been saying that. I've been saying what it costs to build them. I've been saying roughly anywhere from like, 130, 140 piece for a 2-story up to, 160 to 200 for a 3-story. It's gonna cost that company $160 estimated to build a 3-story home with a roof deck. Now, mind you, right? They'll probably sell it for $325,000, $380,000 maybe. Passing Nicholas Street. That's a heck of a profit, y'all. That's a mean profit. 180. Let's add 20 on it. They said 160 on the permit. Let's add another 20,000 in case they go over cost. Today it costs them 180, right? If they sell it for 380, they made $200,000 profit. You got me? And most of the time, we're on Ridge Avenue, 22nd and Ridge. I can go straight up to Cecil B. Moore, but it's gonna take us to Gerard College, and that's the Chargewood Neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood right here, the Cecil B. Moore neighborhood, is like right next to the, I believe, the Francisville, next to the Chargewood. So it's a lot of close border lines here. We're on Ridge and Oxford, so we're just gonna go straight and we'll turn down 21st and shoot straight down. Too much sauce kicks on my right hand side. Wow, that's a whole little spot. I ain't peeped that. They must have just made that joint recently. Like recently, I don't know how recent, but the sign tells me like it's like recent. Too much sauce kicks. Somebody named their business that. Too much sauce kicks. Then they got the whole LED lights that say follow us on Instagram, whatever. And then the Jordans and the Nikes. Whoa. But anyway, so there's not many people that's gonna have $380,000 cash that's gonna buy those homes. We're gonna make this left on 21st Street. We could have kept going up to what you call them, to Gerard Avenue, because that's the border, but we got Gerard Avenue College there, which would have cut us off and blah blah blah. So there's not too many people. If you have $380,000, you surely damn near not coming to live in this little neighborhood. We're on 21st and Oxford. The people who are going to be coming to live in this neighborhood are people who are trying to build their credit, people who find work in the city, who, because they're probably grads or alumni or whatever, and they, work, in Center City, or, there's a business opportunity here. We're passing Turner, traveling on 21st. We're traveling northbound. Now we're passing Nicholas Street. Or young people, that's it. Because if you had $380,000, not only could you buy 4 or 5 homes in different areas, 40, 50,000 a home. I was looking up farm homes, and I was looking up country homes that don't have the convenience of the city, but they're huge homes with land and everything around them, passing 21st and Cecil B. Avenue. Y'all, I saw homes for as low as $35,000. It was a nice freaking big town looking home thingy majiggy with land going all the way around it and a garage. I saw something for 45. I saw something for 60. For 90,000, I saw some pretty nice chunks of home in a nice little suburban community. One of my homies, I ain't gonna put his information out there. We're on 21st and Montgomery. But one of my homies who's anonymous, he bought his first home for under 100 grand. And it's a nice freaking home with a huge land around it and a quiet neighborhood with working class people that they're all friendly, and he's raising his kids in a great neighborhood. You know what I mean? So to come to this neighborhood and spend $380,000 on a mortgage, obviously you're not paying that up front. You probably put a percentage down, 20%, 10%, whatever. We're at 21st and Burks. And then mortgage it for whether you want 10-year mortgage, 15-year mortgage, 20-year mortgage, 30-year mortgage. The more years of the mortgage you get, the less your monthly payments are going to be. The less years of mortgage you get, the higher your monthly payment's going to be. But if you do a 30-year mortgage and in 15 years or 12 years or 9 years, you decide you want to leave the neighborhood, you can sell your mortgage off. You know what I mean? And you won't look so bad, and your credit still be chilling. We're on 21st and North. But a lot of people who move to the city and into these new, very expensive homes are people trying to build their credit. They're young, and a lot of them probably come from where we're talking about moving to. A lot of them probably come from the farms. A lot of them probably come from where there's no convenience, no nightlife, no party life, no employment opportunities. So they come to the city for what? The employment, the nightlife, the convenience. Right there, a Chinese store on the corner. We're passing 21st and Diamond. That's how convenient it is here in Philly. Let me let this vehicle go by because you are flying, my dude. My dude, you're only gonna get to a red light before me, yo. You're only gonna get to that red light before me. All right, you got a green light. Whoopee Goldberg. But yeah, so, I mean, if you had $300,000 to buy a home, you can just go buy a Philly home. There's homes in Philly for $90,000, for $100,000. There's homes in Philly for $40,000. They're not the prettiest homes. They surely don't have roof decks. You know what I mean? We just passed. Did we just pass Susquehanna? Yes, we did. Did we? Yeah, we did pass Susquehanna. My bad. I was here yapping. But hey, look on the bright side. We got this classic car here on my left-hand side, so we're gonna take a quick peek at it. They're stuck behind traffic, but they're gonna show you rush by me to get stuck in traffic. I'm telling you. That's it. Double parked there in the middle of the street. Incredible. Look at this classic right here on my left hand side. Y'all, my bad, there's a car behind me. I'm gonna try to drive super duper slow. A LeSabre. That was an old LeSabre. Wow, that was like a 60s body, right? Alright, we're passing Dolphin. We're actually outside of the boundary, but it's cool. We're gonna make this left and we're gonna come back up. We'll probably try to go to like 23rd. Because we just went up 22nd, but then we're gonna hit Ridge. So maybe we'll do a little bit of zigzag left and right, but there's only but so much that we can cover, man. Well, 21st in York, we got New Life Market Inc. in front of us. Yeah, 21st in York, this is the Glenwood neighborhood. For example, if y'all saw the tour that I just did of the Glenwood neighborhood, this neighborhood was lit when it was 70 degrees. It was lit. Like, everybody and their grandma was out. They was like just chilling. But yeah, y'all, so this neighborhood is definitely gentrified. It's on its way up. Gentrified isn't always a bad thing. I know some people who don't want to move to a gentrified neighborhood, but gentrified isn't always a bad thing. It's bad for the people who can't afford the taxes. Let's make this left up Beechwood. Yeah, it's bad for the people who can't afford the taxes. It's good for the people who could afford to live there and move in, you know? And I'm not saying my folks are the wealthiest and that they can afford the taxes, because, you know, I come from the hood and I come from, a low income community. It's not like we were wealthy growing up in our community, but I know the deal, and I'm savvy of both worlds. I'm savvy of, being from the poor side, I guess you can say, because in all actuality, there is no middle class anymore. From what I heard, that was that was done a long time ago. It's either the lower class and the upper class, and the upper class is that 1% that's living it up. We're passing Van Pelt Street. We got 21st Street in front of us. We're gonna turn up, let's see, Lambert once again, so we can cross back over and get back into the Cecil B neighborhood. We got Sunny Chinese American food on my left. Let's make this right on Lambert Street. On the next block, it'll be Susquehanna Avenue, if I'm correct. And Susquehanna is the borderline. I just got sidetracked because I was talking. But yeah, man. Like houses like from right here on this block, for real, as a matter of fact, people be thinking that I be making numbers up. So I'm about to look up a house on this block real quick. Look, there's an abandoned house right here. This is 2230, right? This is 2230, yep, 2230. All right, so I'm gonna go to the place where I know where to go to. Probably, okay. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm on another device about to pull up this this information here to get an idea of what this house on my left, it's an abandoned house. 2230. What are we on? Lambert, right? 2230 Lambert Street. 2230 Lambert Street, which is abandoned right now, is, all right, the market value, let me see, 2230. It comes up with sale details, market value. It said they took a loan. Sale detours in 7/5/2001. It was sold for $50,000. The market value then was $97,200. This is in 2001. In 2018, it was sold for $1,863 on 6/25/2018. The market value in 2018 was $11,300. So this house right here on my left-hand side is roughly right now, 2018 is 2 or 3 years ago. So it went down. It depreciated from 2001 to 2018. It depreciated in 17 years an incredible amount. Now it's only worth $12,000, give or take. Now it doesn't mean the owner has to take $12,000 for that home. Look, there's another abandoned one right here on my left. 2225 Lambert Street. So I'm about to type that in. 2225 Lambert Street. That one is, wow. All right, so it was sold 4/16/1972 for $1. That's back in the day when the homes were selling for $1. There was like cheap auctions back in like the 80s, 70s. And it also says Philadelphia Housing Authority got it. So they probably took over it. It was probably had, overdue taxes or something. And when they bought it for $1 in 1972, it was worth $34,500. Now, not now, but in 2/20 of 2012, again, it was bought for $1 by, I'm not gonna put her name out there, but, and in 2012, it was worth $97,000. So keep in mind that the property values don't only go by the condition of the neighborhood and everything. I believe a lot of that has to do with, the condition of the house on the inside, the amenities, and any historical documentation on what's been done to the home, because that's why sometimes it's good to go for a permit and apply for a permit so that let's keep on going straight. No, let's go right. It's good to apply for a permit and report every single upgrade you do to your house. So when they go and they appraise your home, they appraise all those new additions. It's not just you saying word of mouth. I did this, I did that, I did this. You know what I mean? But it also goes by your neighbors, by how many abandoned houses on your block. And I think the sale price has something to do with it. But that's amazing. That dollar house was flipped twice for $1. Gifted type of stuff. But it was probably in horrible condition. You can probably still do that for, you know, certain parts of the city that are the most non-desirable neighborhoods. And if not for $1, you know, probably for $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000. Passing Van Pelt Street. Let's make this left on 22nd Street. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I hate to inform you, but somebody played the saddest, smallest violin in the world because it's time for us to go, y'all. We hit our 1 hour mark. We're actually over our 1 hour mark. Go ahead, dude. Eat this red light and swerve around us. Oh, man, I'm kidding. You guys are like, this is incredible. You don't know how bad that boils a human being's skin. It boils my blood, but it's cool. I guess wherever he had to go, look, he got stuck out at another red light. You better take that red light, boy. Why you stopping there? But yeah, y'all, so this is it. This is gonna conclude today's tour. We covered as much as we could. I was wacky, I was goofy, spontaneous, quirky. I was me, I was tuned, you know? Although I'm not like this every single time when I'm by myself. I don't, you know, jump out of my skin when I'm by myself. But for you guys, I'll do what I can, all right? It's your boy, Mr. Tooney, and I'm tuning out. Have a blessed day. Boop, boop. Say no. Yo, tune over and out.